we get started, I'd like to, if you see
The 15th of September, Rabbi Furst, Havos Halavovos. Sorry for the interruption.
Thank you. As Lou mentioned, this is Rabbi Shlomo Furst, with someone else, Yerushalayim, care of Zoom. Our first year this morning, we're learning in the Sefer Kaddish Kemach, Rosh Hashanah. I'd like to direct your attention, if you have a siddur, if you have your siddur nearby, okay, toward the end of Shmon Esrei, I want to point this out because that's going to help us I want to review these last two paragraphs. Take a look in your siddur. You'll see something which is, this is the Kaddish Kemach, Rabbeinu Bechaye, Zchonu Bracha, written well over 800 years ago. So if you notice what we say in the end of our Shmon Esrei, Sim Shalom. Right after Birkas HaKohanim, you say the paragraph Sim Shalom Toivu V'Racha Chen V'Chesed V'Rachamim Aleinu V'Al Kol Yisrael Amecha Archeinu Avinu Kulanu Kiechad B'Or Panecha Ki B'Or Panecha Nesata Lanu Hashem Elokeinu Toiras Chaim Aves Chesed Utzdaka V'Racha V'Rachamim V'Chaim V'Shalom. So that's the sentence here. It says here, right? Aves Chesed, Chesed. Now that's singular. Tzedakah, that's singular. Bracha, that's singular. Rachimim, that's plural. Chaim, that's plural. Shalom, that's singular. So in this list, we have Rachimim and Chaim, and they're both in the plural. They're not in the singular tense, right? That is what the Sefer Kemach is coming to answer. Why is the word Rachimim plural, and why is the word Chaim plural? Okay, and since we say it every day, 3 times a day, well, Sim Shalom is just in the morning, and so we say it in the morning here. So it's where I think we should review what we did yesterday to get a clear understanding why Chaim is a lashon plural and not singular, and why Rachamim is lashon plural and not singular. Okay. Let's take a look. The last paragraph on page number 3 that you have on your documents. Let's go. If you don't mind, we'll do a review. I think it'd be worth our while. It's something which can be understood and something you can teach other people about too. Something very easy. The question's obvious. You can ask anybody. You ever think about why we say Hasbeinu L'chaim? Why we say in the lashon plural? We say L'chaim, Zachreinu L'chaim. Why are we saying in lashon plural? Also Rachamim. Why is the lashon Midas Hadin? Midas Hadin. Din is singular. Midas Rachamim. Rachamim is plural. Why should that be? Why should there be a difference? So yeah, who would anyone like to take a opportunity to read for us?
Sure. Vida Perush Palace Baal Kaf Echad U Maznim Baal Stay Kafos Ki Kain Hamila.
Take care.
Hazos Mora Heshbon Shanim Kamalas Taharim Mitzrayim. So we know the explanation. Palace, I forgot what Palace was. The balance? Yeah, I think it's the balance. With 1 cup. Umaznaim and the balance with 2 cups.
The question starts off because the expression Pelis, Pelis is something which is singular. Moznaim is something which is plural, and that reflects the type. They're both measuring devices. A Pelis is the device that you hang, and you weigh things down, and the Moznaim is the balance beam. There you have, so that has two. Moznaim, that's plural, has two cups, two containers. The Pelis has only one container that you're weighing from. So that's the beginning of his explanation, because this is all based on the pasuk that mentions about Pelis and about Moznaim. So now he's going to go into his detailed explanation.
So these words, Murah Heshbon, Shnayim Kemalat. I don't know what Murah is.
Mora indicates. Mora means to indicate.
Indicates that the calculation is twofold. Like the words of
Right. That the word Moznayin, it's a Baal Shtei Kapos. It has, as I said, two measuring cups. Right. Zamora Heshbon Shnayim, Kimilas Hatzarayim Umitzrayim. It indicates a Heshbon of a double Heshbon, a double Heshbon Shtayim, a double Heshbon, a double judgment. Like the words Tzarayim, Mitzrayim, those are plural words.
Ki yesh acheres kad monim. There is something else that is preceding.
Right, because it seems these words are plural because they seem to indicate there's something else there preceding them.
Lacan, wait, where am I? V'Yerushalayim shel ma'ala v'shel mata.
The word Yushalayim it's a plural lashon.
Because there's an upper and a lower Yerushalayim.
Because there's a Yerushalayim above, and then there's a Yerushalayim below.
V'ki kasav shemayim ki yedua l'chachmei hakabbalah, and it is written about heaven.
That word Shemayim is also plural, and the reason for that is known by those who know Kabbalah.
The Kabbalah. V'chein nikra'u ha'ivrim, and similarly, it is written Ivrim, Hebrews.
That would be with an ayin. Here's Ivarim. Ivarim are the limbs, the organs of a person.
The organs.
And the reason why they're plural, as he's going to say, is because many of the internal organs are doubled. Two lungs, right? two kidneys, right?
Right.
So they're in pairs.
So they are 2 by 2,
Right.
according to this expression. The imkain,
Val Korchach, therefore.
korchach, and perforce, we have to say me'oznaim, from the ears, ba'al shtei kifos, about two.
They have the two measuring cups, the kapos. The cup is like a container. Since the moznaim, it's plural. Why is it considered? Why is it called a lashon plural? Because it has two containers. One for the object you're weighing, and another object for the counterweights.
Hein shtei midos hakadosh baruch hu, and there are two characteristics to Hashem. Manihag bahen, that he directs them es olamo, for his world.
Right, there are two basic meters by which a Kadosh Baruch Hu directs his world.
Behain nikraos they are called mitahad umidas rachamim. I forget mitahad.
That Vehain Nikras Midas Hadin, or Midas Harachim. Midas Hadin.
They're called midas adin and midas harachim, mercy, judgment and mercy.
So these are the two basic ways that a Kadosh Baruch Hu guides and directs his world, with Midas Adin and with Midas Harachim. And as we're going to point out, this is basically the whole point of these two paragraphs. Is Midas Adin is a lashon yochid, and Midas Harachimim is lashon rabim too. The question is why? Why should Midas Adin be singular, and why should Midas Harachimim be plural?
Ushmo Hamidah Hatova Ma'od Meruva Shehi B'Lashon Rabim, and the name
Right, but Shemo Hamida Toiva, the name of the good Mida, Ma'od Maruba, is very much more than the other, and therefore it's Lashon Rabbi.
right. Umidas Hadin Lashon Yachid, and the characteristic of judgment is an expression of for one person. V'hatam bazeh lefi shehahavei. And the reason for this is that it exists. There's a great existence al hafsad that is not present.
Midas hadin Russian Yochi. Midas hadin is Russian singular. Tambaza. The reason for this is Shavaya Muruba al Hefsa, that which exists is greater than that does not exist.
It's greater than that which does not exist. V'chein gazar Baal ha-hiyuvos ha-hisalah b'rias ha'olam b'maaseh b'reshis shetehei ha-hoveh mirova min fasal ha-hefsed bein b'klal hametzios kulo bein b'klal ha'olam hashefel bein b'parti b'nei adam. B'chol echad ve'echad mehen. So let's see. And so there's a decree.
Baal ha'avayis nis'ala b'brias ha'olam, right? And so it was decreed by the one, meaning who creates existence, the exalted one who creates existence. That's a reference to Kadosh Baruch Hu. B'brias ha'olam, in the creation of the world, but ma'aseh bereshis, that in the creation of existence. The Havayis Meruba ala Hefsid, Bein Bechlal Metzias, Kulo, Bein Bechlal Olam Hashafel, Bein Beprati B'nei Adam. That Kadosh Baruch Hu decreed that the things that which exist should be greater than the things which don't exist, whether it has to do with the general scope of existence, whether it has to do with all the details of the universe, and whether it has to do with humanity as well. B'nei Adam. Okay, now we go to the next page, top of next page, page 4.
B'klal ha-mitzios hu she-mitzios naklat l'gimel halakim olam ha malachim ve'olam hagal galim olam shifat hashafel.
Right, and it includes all of existence, that the existence is divided into three components: the Olam HaMalachim, the world of the angels, the Olam Gagalim, the Olam of the heavens, and the Olam HaShafel, the earthly world.
Uvadai ha-hover biklal ha-hamatzios meruva min ha-hefsed. And certainly, it is a general rule
Right? It's a general rule of it. In general, Mitzias, the existence is always greater than that which is non-existent.
Sharei Shnei Ha'olamos Kayamim Nitzchayim Ein Hefsed Sholet Bahem V'Ha'achar Hu Nifsad. That we see
that we have here. You have the two worlds, which Kayim and Nisa, which exist eternally. And that's the world of the Malachim and the world of the Gagalim. Those two worlds exist eternally. Ein hefsed sholet behem. There's no non-existence which controls them. Echad hu nifsad, and the Olam HaShafel, the lower world, that's the world we live in. There is non-existence or decay in this world.
Lefi Hakona
Kavana, the fear kavana.
Hakavana Hazos He Amar Rizal Shamar Hamalach Shaloshav Shel Olam. And in accordance with his intention, it is stated by our sages that they say the characteristic of 1/3 of the world. Do I have Hamil Ach correct? Is that a characteristic?
It's Chazal say Malach Shalisho Loi Sha'olam. The Malach is 1/3 of the world.
The angelic plane.
That's right. That's 1/3 of all existence.
Biklal ha'olam hashefel matzinu gam kain she ha-choveh meruva min ha-hefsed. The general rule, if the world of
בכלל העולם השפל מצינו גם כן שהאביה מרובה מן ההפסד. And also within the lower earthly world, we find also that existence is greater than decay or non-existence.
Sha'al Sha'alema Sha'alem La She Yoldu Chavarayos Bolam Yoter Mima Shehu Matim Matim Ki Halam Harav.
If we wouldn't see that there are more creations are born into the world, more than those who die from the world. If that wouldn't be, then the world would come to would cease to exist.
She'al Mala, that the upper world, Sheyoldu
That the
HaBrios, that what does Sheol do?
that that if it would not be that there would be born Brios Ba'olam Yoser, if it wouldn't be that there are more births in the world than deaths,
My Shehu Metim Yeh Haolam Charav. From what that they die in this world.
again, if it would not be Ilome, if it would not be Shiyoldo Abrius Bolam Yosim Emashe Mesim, Ya Olam Chorev, it would not be that there are more births in this world than deaths, the world would be destroyed. If there was more deaths occurring than births, if more things were dying than living, then the world would slowly and surely come to a halt. Midas Arachamim. Shinispashet is Bekola Olam. And this is an indication of how Midas Arachamim has spread throughout the whole of the world. Okay, go ahead. Okay, therefore,
Timsa Na Bilashon Rabim. Therefore, we find an expression of multitude. Ki tzarich haolam shetis rava. That it multiplies midas rachamim, the characteristic of mercy, al midas din, over and above the characteristic of justice.
right.
Milat chayim lashon rabim lo timtza mimena lashon yachid. And therefore, characteristic of life is expressed in the plural, and we don't find concerning it an expression of singular. V'yedua ki midas rachamim matzius hachayim. Since
Therefore, since this world is required that there be more life than death, more life than decay, so therefore we see that the Midas Harachamim exists greater than Midas Hadin. And therefore you see also from the word Chaim, Lashon Rabim, the word Chaim is also an expression of plural. You don't see an expression of Chai. You don't use an expression Chai, Tein Lanu Chai. No, we say Tein Lanu Chaim, give us life. We don't say give us life singular, we say give us life plural. Why should that be? B'prat b'nei Adam hu nimsa sha'adam murchav megimel davar. And that it's a lashon yochid. V'yadua kima midas arachim mitzias echayim. The midah of mercy is the mitzias of life. If there's mercy, there's life. If there's no mercy, there's no life. Zeh sha'anu omrim b'tfila. Zoshid yitzura barachimim chayim, barachimim chayim. This is what we say in our davening. We'll be saying this next week. Rosh Hashanah comes along, right? We'll be all saying this. Zochor Yitzura, remember your creations, right? Barachim, your great mercies for life. We're prat b'nei Adam, and specifically by people, humans, who nimsa Adam murcha begimel devarim, seichel v'nefesh v'guf. You see that people are a combination of three different components: seichel, intelligence; nefesh, the soul; and guf, the body. Right?
Right?
Two exist forever. That's the seichel and the nefesh. The guf who nifsad, and the guf, that's what goes lost. That's what decays, that which eventually becomes non-existent. Go ahead. Im Kain.
Im Kain, Ba'al Kain? Oh, where? V'im Kain, got it. V'im Kain, Hare, Hishganu, Baguf, Ha'adam, Atzmo, Midas Hadin, Umidas Rachamim. If so, we see what's Hishganu?
Right. Im Kain Hari Hasigeno Begufa Adam Atzmo Midas Adin Midas Rachamim. And if so, we see that there is within the guf of a person, it's himself, both Midas Adin and Midas Harachamim.
Midas Rachamim, Shehu HaChoveh Yisira that it is greater. Baal Cain, and therefore Ba Halashon Midas Adin. There comes a expression of the characteristic of din. Lashon Yeh Umadas Rachamim B'Lashon Rabim.
Yes. Therefore, we see that Midas Harachamim is greater over Midas Hadin. Al Kain Ba Lashon Midas Hadin B'Lashon Yachid. Therefore, Midas Hadin is Lashon Yachid, and Midas Harachamim Lashon Rabbi. Very good. Okay, let's continue on.
Ulefi she midas rachamim he tzarach gadol haolam anu omrim, and in accordance with the characteristic of mercy, he commands us
so the fee midas rachim hitzur gadol la'olam. So therefore, since midas rachim is a great necessity for existence, Anu Omrim we say Baruch Hashanah and Yom Kippur b'tefillah in our prayers with the V'recha Emes B'kayam La'ad. What does it mean we say when we say in our prayers with V'recha Emes B'kayam La'ad? What does that mean? Lefi.
And establish it forever. Establish truth forever.
We say our davening, we say with V'recha Emes, your words are true, V'kayam La'ad, and exist forever. Why do we say that? Lefi Shemetzinu b'Midrash, we see that we find in the Midrash, Amar Midas Harachimim Mufnei Kadosh Baruch Hu, the Midah of mercy said to the Rabbonu Shalom,
Me'achar habiros haolam b'midas adin shnayim bereshis bara Elokim.
Right, the Medrash says, Amar Midas Harachim Lefnei Kadosh Baruch Hu. The Midah of Rachmin said to a Rabbonu Shalom, since after you have now created your world with Midas Adin, how do we know that Hashem created the world with Midas Adin? Shenemar, it says, Bereshis Bar Elokim. Loshen Elokim is Loshen Din. The Efshe Shlo Isani Olamecha Midas Adin. Ma Mibnei Ma Barastani. So if it's going to be impossible that you should be able to run your world with anything less than din, so if that's the case, Midas Harachim said to the Bonsham, what was I created for? Ma Baratani, for what reason was I created? If you see that Hashem used Midas Din create the world. So Midas Rachamim said, well, if that's the case, then what have you created me for? Amalah. So Hashem said to Midas Arachimim, Hayecha sha'ani manhig olamo zulasecha. He says it's like an expression of a shvua. Hayecha, according to by your life, ani any nagid olami zulasecha. I cannot. Kadosh Baruch Hu says, I will not rule my world except through you, meaning Midas Harachim. Oh, I'll tell you what, maybe I'm not going to finish this paragraph. Maybe let's stop here and we'll be able to pick up again tomorrow, Mitzvah.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Thank you, Lou. Thank you for your reading.
Yes, Yeshikayach, Lou.
Mayor.
Okay, good. So let's take a little break and we'll continue on in the Mishnah Berurah shortly. Thank you.